Hi, I'm Faith.
And I'm Neysa. And this is
Go Ladies, a podcast about navigating life, love,
and so much more
from a 40-plus perspective.
First you on to God. We've come this far.
This is on. We starting. Keep going. Doing what? Boom, boom. You marching in?
Yep.
Trusting in His holy name. It's a name. It's a word.
You know the boy Kevin. I don't know.
He never failed me yet. Yeah, it implies he will fail you, don't it? But if he don't, God be doing His big one, like all the time.
All the time.
It's just that's all.
Just
big.
like, watch this. That's you.
That's the sermon. Praise Him.
Right. That's you.
Yes, breath.
I'm just saying. Because he could be like, no more oxygen. And we'd be like, oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's it. Yeah.
I'm inhaling and exhaling right now.
Go up. Woo, Jesus.
I'm not being funny.
Amen.
I'm so serious.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. I think
you
that
gonna
was
say?
the intro.
Oh.
I think that's it.
That's it?
I think that was it. You think you can work with that?
What do you mean that's all?
No.
We ain't been here.
It's not in here.
Oh,
You used it all.
I did.
You need to
Dang
go
on
get
it. No, I'll be all right.
Okay.
We'll be all right. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm fixing myself. Okay.
Are we keep going?
Oh, yeah, we keep going. I'm sorry, we started. Good.
I don't know what's going on.
You sang already.
I know, but then you took a whole pause.
Oh, I'm sorry, pause. Hi. Welcome to the show. I mean, we took a pause in general in life because life happened, so it's reflective. See what I did? My sister. Of our lives.
At this moment, I know Liz is
Ashe.
watching it and cracking up, thinking
Ashe.
something's wrong with y'all.
Ashe.
It's late.
It is. It's getting late.
Why can't they come back with an album? Let's talk
Why
about
you got to be here?
that. You know what? I like them together.
Right. Agreed.
I'm not a fan,
Mm-hmm.
a stan of them separately. Like, I can appreciate them separately.
I understand.
But I really like them together.
Yeah.
So.
We saw them together.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Go Ladies podcast.
Hey.
We're so glad to be back with you.
Before we go any further, even though we've already gone down the rabbit hole,
Right.
please like, subscribe, and share. Click the little button, and all the little things. Don't say push the button if I know you're about to sing it.
Push the button. Okay, go.
I knew it was coming.
The shimmy.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
But on all the things, so you can catch us because you don't know where we're going to pop up.
Right. Listen.
It's been a minute.
We're everywhere you want to be.
Sometimes we ain't.
That part. Sometimes
We ain't.
we sleep.
Okay. So where you been?
Man, I'm about to sit. Where I
This
been?
is a show we're doing here. It's professional
We
joints.
drink on the show. Yeah, I missed you. I miss Neysa and you all as well.
Yes.
Where have I been? Well, you caught the Cali conversation. If you haven't, go back and listen to
Yes.
that. We had a great time.
Yes.
I'm not gonna sing the song because Neysa says she's tired of hearing it.
I am.
Out of respect for Neysa.
Thank
You're welcome. Yeah, we were in LA. We were at the ColorCom conference.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Can I just tell you again? I know you have gone to LA multiple times. For
Yes.
me, it was my first time in LA.
Okay.
I need the weather in Nashville to reflect LA because
That
I
California
didn't.
love is right.
Girl,
It's right.
I didn't know I was gonna come back to Hades.
And California weather is different than Florida weather.
Yes.
People assume because they're both coastal
Mm-hmm.
and have, obviously beaches and ocean and all those things. But
Yeah.
they're the same. Mm-mm.
No, it's different.
Florida different. Florida is next to hell.
Florida's muggy. Yeah,
And it's
absolutely.
humid.
Yeah, it's humid. Yeah, all of that.
And it's going to storm every day
Every
for 2
day.
minutes.
Yes. Yep.
Just enough to mess up your pressing curl.
I was gonna say
2
hair be
minutes.
like.
2
Yeah.
minutes. Braids. Every time you're in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Cali?
I love it.
Talk about it.
I will admit, obviously, if you've ever traveled for conferences, wasn't able to really
Of course.
explore LA. I mean, I went in a day early and got to hang out with my family a little bit, but the weather was just, it's no humidity or very low humidity. Yeah. And it's still summer. It was warm out, but it felt good. I didn't feel miserable.
Mm-hmm. It's a breeze on it.
It is a breeze. And then even at night, we went to dinner and like, I had like a little chill coming out the restaurant, but I felt good. You know, I was like, this is nice.
My first time in Cali, I was like, they dress so weird. Like, why do they have on, and excuse me for saying this, because this is what I called it at the time. Yeah. I called it the white Valley Girl outfit. Mm-hmm. Like, why do you have on shorts and a sweatshirt? Mm-hmm. Like, what is that about? Either it's cold or it's not.
Yeah.
And then on to Cali, and you have on shorts and a t-shirt all day. Yeah. And then at night, it dips, and you do put on a jacket or a sweatshirt. And I'm like, aha.
You get it now.
I get it now. Yeah. You know? But I did not get it. I thought, they look weird.
Agreed.
Is it cold out?
Both.
Right. Exactly.
Thank you.
Both of them.
So yeah, I want the weather.
Yeah.
So that's where I've been. I was in Cali.
Yeah, same. I was there with too.
You.
Yep, I was there too. So we've been back home for about a week now, and yeah, getting back into the swing of everything. Work.
All the emails.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, we try to bring you topical information.
Yes.
And so, you know, there's been a lot happening politically. Even here in Nashville, we're recording on a Friday night. So yesterday was election day here in Nashville. Yeah. You know, we did our civic duty.
Yeah, we did. We did.
But let's talk about.
You talk about.
Let us.
Where you want to start?
Talk about.
Okay.
You gonna do Vice President first?
That's perfect.
Set the stage.
Yep.
Set the stage.
VP Harris.
Yes.
Kamala. That's how you pronounce her name.
Come on now.
Kamala. She is going to be our next president. I'm just going to say that.
And thank you for watching.
Yeah. Drop the mic.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they haven't had the convention yet, but, you know, to officially accept the nomination and all that.
Correct.
But the groundwork has been there, since President Biden endorsed her and everybody got to work. The sisters got on the Zoom call.
Everybody had a Zoom.
And ever since then, various groups have had calls to raise funds because it is a money game as well. So,
you know who I saw on the Zoom?
Who?
George Lopez. You know, kind of like love my heart a little bit for George Lopez. Mm-hmm. I do. It's not love my heart for George Lopez. Yes. Random things that I like George Lopez. Mm-hmm. But he was on the Zoom for Kamala. I said, you better be on the right side of history. It touched my heart.
Yes.
Your heart.
So yeah, lots of Zooms, lots of fundraising. She's been going nonstop. She did just recently. She gave the eulogy at
Representative Sheila Lee's.
Yeah, at her funeral.
Yeah.
But yeah, the momentum is there.
I mean, I'm a hottie for Harris.
There you go.
I don't know if you know. I'm ready to get my T-shirt "Hottie for Harris." Cause
come on, man.
I am.
Yeah. Yes.
I was like, let me be a hottie for Harris with your blue suit on.
Yeah. And her silk press. That's on my hair. They said her and Queen Latifah. VP Harris and Queen Latifah.
Come on.
They silk pressed me.
Pop it.
And
side note.
Yes.
You know how we go for tangents.
We do.
Queen Latifah in the pandemic did her own hair for a Zoom she did with the Girls Trip cast.
I think I saw that.
And I was like, oh, she do her hair for real. It look good.
It does.
And it got color. It don't look dry.
It never looks dry. She got the good stuff. Right. I don't know.
Kim Kimball.
It might be.
I'm going to find out.
It's a lot. We're going to find it.
We'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. We're feeling good. How you feeling? What you got?
So, did we talk about this all last time on the county conversation?
I'm not sure that we did. We kept it short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's how I feel.
Okay.
I feel optimistic and terrified.
Okay.
That's how I feel. I don't like feeling that way.
Okay.
But I'm optimistic and terrified. I am optimistic at the show of support that she's gotten so far. Mm-hmm. I am optimistic that this is exactly what the country needs to get us going back in the right direction and to save us from the perils of craziness.
Yeah.
I am optimistic that people will come out and do the right thing.
Okay.
I am terrified of what happens if they don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also terrified of being disappointed.
Okay.
2020, I was asleep. It was the election. I knew HRC got it.
Right, yeah.
No,
yeah.
2016.
Yes, 2016. Yeah, 2016.
HRC had it. I knew HRC had it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asleep.
Yeah.
And then I wake up,
Mm-hmm.
and Christopher was sitting on the edge of the bed watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what you doing? He was like, he won. And I'm like,
Yeah.
You must not know how to understand the polls. Let me help you. I used to work in news.
Right,
so let me help you understand how this is looking.
Yeah.
So I get up, wipe the sleep out my eye, look at the TV, and I'm like, maybe it's the wrong station. What station
right, what are we watching?
Are you watching the Fox?
Right.
let's just
spin on
this. And I turned the station and said the same thing, and I said, oh. And I don't know. I'm not a Bible scholar, right? It's just imagination. There is a part of Revelations where it says, if something breaks, there's a sound.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it felt.
Okay.
Like,
and
I think I said this before, his rise to the presidency, more than any other time in my life, made me feel like a foreign person in my own land. Because he hates everything that is brown and female. And what am I but brown and female?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, in that moment, a country that I already have love for, but also team relationship with,
yes,
turned its back on me.
Okay.
It turned its back on me. It said that this person could say vile things about so many groups, but we're going to rock with it anyway, and it's okay. And it did not make sense in my head.
Yeah.
And it hurt me.
Okay.
Especially with the high.
Yes.
Of Barack Obama's presidency.
You say his whole name.
I know. I'm trying to hold it together.
Okay.
But I felt seen by my country for the first time.
Right.
8 years, before that. You know what I mean? Like, people are like, well, you don't let it go away. This is our home.
Okay.
This is our home.
We built this.
We built this.
Yes.
You know?
We did.
We built this.
Yeah.
And so when you say go back if you don't like it, where?
Yeah. Right.
Where to?
Right.
You know?
I do know.
You didn't give me a return address. Where to?
Return to sender.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I am very grateful of being an American. I am grateful for the things that being an American affords me. I'm grateful for the fact that I go to bed at night, most nights, not to worry about my home being bombed. I am grateful for having running water, but most of the world doesn't even have that. I understand the privileges that come with being in America, and I'm grateful for them. That does not make me blind to the ills.
Correct.
So when President Barack Hussein Obama became president,
yes,
I felt like, damn it, they meant it.
Yeah. Okay.
We the people, they meant it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It wasn't just for some.
Right. Liberty and justice
for all. Like, no.
Yeah.
They meant it.
Yeah, look at
you know?
Yeah.
And then 8 years later to be like, no, it's playing.
I don't mean to laugh, but it is half. I understand what you mean.
Yeah, like you stole on
yes.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt sucker punched in that moment.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, Lucy the football. You know?
Oh, yeah.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I remember how bad I felt. And don't want to feel it again. I already told work I'm off the day after the election. Like, I'm not coming to work.
I know a few people who have said that they're taking PTO. Just
let me take my piece.
Absolutely, because you don't know.
It makes my hand shake. Like it, and
that's PTSD.
Yeah,
I mean it's a trauma response.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
and so people are like, "Is it that serious? Is it not?"
Yeah.
How do you not know that it's that serious?
Right. Absolutely.
Because it affects everything. Everything. And so, and let me say this too. I don't look for perfection in politicians. I honestly understand that I don't look for perfection in myself.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, we know Barack Hussein Obama. Hey. But he did a lot of things right, you know? But still people don't agree with all his policies. Right? And you don't have to.
Correct.
But I have to look at the measure of a man and the grand scheme of things. And at the end of the day, do I trust you laying with the button? Do I trust that you're going to do more good than harm?
Yes.
And in my opinion, in the race that we have right now, only one person qualifies. Only one.
Yeah.
And so it does. It shakes me. It makes me terrified.
You just don't know.
Yeah.
Both can be true at the same time.
Even with the whole concept of, well, actually, let's stick on one thing right now. So,
you're fine.
About the perfection aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you know that Vice President Harris is the right person for the job at this moment does not mean you don't get to critique her.
Right.
You can be a critic of her policies. I would prefer if people understood what's at stake and said, you know what? In this moment, it's either AKA or KKK.
There you go.
So I'm going to choose to support and give all that I can to get her across the finish line. And then January, whatever, then I'm going to pull you to the side and be like, okay, sis.
Right.
We got you here.
Yeah.
But there are some things you have to deliver on.
Yes. Yep.
A lot of people who are, heavily focused on the war in the Middle East right now and, the things that are going on in Israel and Gaza, the conflict, they are having some issues with the VP because of the current administration's policies regarding that.
Correct.
They have the right to be upset with that.
Yeah.
They have the right to be upset with that.
Yes, yeah.
But as I told you earlier, we're getting ready for this show. I can't put water on your fire when my house is burning. And so, looking at the candidates, I'm like, y'all mad at her for what's going on right now. What y'all think 45 would do? Like, do we not think that he would do the exact same thing right now? And that doesn't make it right.
Yeah.
But as much as he hates people who are brown, you think he would hop the opportunity to bomb some brown people?
Yeah, I do know.
And so, for me, it's like, I want the vice president to become the president. And then we can have a discussion about, okay, you're here.
Yeah.
How do we stop this conflict? How do we influence these things? How do we save lives around the world? And once again, be that shining beacon on the hill.
Yeah.
And I just think that it's the wrong time to critique and nitpick all that stuff right there. So, that's all.
Neysa's our pundit, in case you haven't noticed. She's our political
I
correspondent.
couldn't do it.
For the Go Ladies podcast. You could. You'd be great at it.
I think I would be like banned. And I don't really love band that much. But I think that I would be.
You could.
Yeah, I have to figure it out though. Because I really do feel that.
You're tuned in. Yeah.
And it just.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, you can be Angela Brown, be upset. You can be animated, but you can't be,
Absolutely.
But yeah.
We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Since you put it out there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, the other part is too, I've heard people. I'm sorry.
You want to go ahead?
Last thing. Okay. I've also heard of people who are already booking hotel rooms.
Oh,
DC,
yeah.
Thinking, planning for Harris inauguration.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
I got you.
I have to watch it on TV.
Yeah.
Same reason. We all remember the episode of Blackish when Anthony Anderson talks about how the whole family held their breath when the president and the first lady got out the car.
Oh,
down the street.
Yes. Trauma response.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I did the same thing. The reason it resonated with the audience is because we all did the same thing. He got the car, and I was like, I hope that suit Kevlar. Please, Jesus, don't let this man get shot.
We did.
Right now.
No, we did.
TV.
We did.
Please. Because you killed our leaders.
Yeah. You've
You've killed them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We've seen it play played out over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when he hopped out, like the fear, and I don't think people get it.
Yes. No, they
this
don't.
This is not the show we planned on having.
No, it's not.
I know.
Emotional. And it's okay. It's real shit.
Right, but that's just
it was fear for a lot of us.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and that's before.
I ain't getting enough for him.
I know, but that's before.
Yes.
2016 changed the world. You
know
what I mean?
Yeah.
For the worse. So, and we saw they ran up on a white man.
Mm-hmm.
They ran up on Joe Biden.
Yeah, they did.
January 6th.
They did. Yeah.
So I feel like your mom on election night, the story you tell about when Barack was first elected, her first response was to start praying.
Oh, yeah. My mama do be praying. But it was,
that's how I feel right now.
Yeah,
like, just cover her, Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep your hand on her and
yes.
get up, you know.
Yeah.
And let them lay, like, comfortably and not have
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But that's really how I feel.
Neysa.
I'm all on.
Neysa.
I done turned
Poor T.
Oh, Lord.
See, Neysa used to be a G.
I'm all soft now. Don't tell nobody.
She's human, everyone. She's not a robot.
I'm going to get it together by the next show.
It's
I promise.
together.
I'm going to get it together.
You're showing
your
human side.
Yeah.
I'm about to be a little ratchet.
You know, bring it together. I'm not trying to sit here and look like
no, you're fine.
On TV.
I will admit, okay, for me, transparency, right? Because we're always transparent.
Always.
So when the news came out, you know, President Biden endorses VP Harris.
Yeah.
It was a Sunday. And just going to work the next day. Well, even before that, the Zoom thing. And, you know, I mentioned Black women are going to do, we have always done what we need to do.
Amen.
So, to be approached by non-melanated women, aren't you excited?
That happened to me on the Monday, too.
Aren't you excited? Did any of you get the Monday? Aren't you excited from the non-melanated women? You're excited? And I'm like, I'm going to do what I need to do. You need to do and get your people to do what they need to do.
Did you say that?
Because you didn't do it last time. I actually did.
I did too.
I did.
I did too.
I said, that's what needs to happen. So that excitement that you have, use that to do the right thing. And one of our good friends, I text her immediately, but we know she's smart. She got a good EQ. I said, girl, all I said was, you know what you need to do. She's like, I got you. I was like, thank you. Thank you. You're an ally, truly.
I had the same conversation, and they were, are you excited? I said, no.
Yeah.
And they were like, what? I said, can I be candid?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, yeah. And I said, 95% of us did the right thing last time. We always do the right thing.
We do.
You guys dropped the ball.
Yep.
I have no confidence you won't drop it again.
Boom. Real talk.
And she said, I didn't think about that. I said,
no,
think
you
about
didn't
it.
think about it, but you need to.
Go think about it.
Because we always
gather your people.
Yeah. We do what we need to do. You know, we don't have to be told.
I've seen a lot of people, and let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
The White Women for Harris call raise a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are a lot of people who are allies, who either have always been allies, who are learning now to be allies, who recognize that they're coming for them, so now I'm an ally.
Yeah.
Whatever it is,
however you arrive there. Yeah. However you arrive there.
I wish you could get there just because liberation frees us all.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But sometimes people gotta have their own personal dig in it, so I get it. Yeah. So, I'm hoping all those posts I see where I understand the assignment and, you know, I'm in the number and blah, blah, blah.
Translates to the polls. Don't just be an internet gangster.
Thank you. A social media post.
Yeah.
Just yeah. Mm-mm.
No.
You better go and push some buttons.
Click them buttons.
Click them buttons.
Thank you.
You know? Because we need everybody.
Yeah.
There's too much at stake.
Absolutely.
There's too much at stake.
So that was I was more irritated. I was just like, don't ask me that shit. Like, if I'm being all the way candid, I was like,
right.
So, yeah.
I'm off in November.
And, okay, honestly, for me, it's my birthday. It's the day after my birthday. Election day typically falls either on or the day after my birthday. So I thought about like doing a trip somewhere, but then I was like, I gotta be back because I don't know what the world gonna do, you know? Like, that for me was a trauma response. Like, I don't feel as though I can fully lean into celebrating my birthday like maybe I wanted to, because I want to be home. I don't know what's going to be happening.
There's a safety aspect to
Yeah.
being home.
Yeah.
There's I don't know, y'all be wilding out.
Real talk, yeah.
Because apparently people just be wilding out now when they don't like something. And I'm like, oh, okay, we wilding out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just, it's real interesting.
Yeah.
And even talking at work, thinking about some of the client work that I'm doing, we're making 2-3 plans.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have this message should the election happen, and we got this message.
We have that too.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard, and it's exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's exhausting for everyone.
Yeah.
To have this much discord and just chaos going on.
Yeah.
It is doubly so, triply so, I think, for us.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the weight of the world's on our back.
Lord.
And it's like, I'm not saying everybody's gonna get hard.
Right.
But it's like the microaggressions you might have in the workplace.
Come on.
You have to deal with, just the chaos of the world and all that you're hearing and all that you're dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
And there are some times I'm just like, I can turn it all off.
Yes.
I can turn it all off.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have to be knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I wish I could be an ostrich and bury my head in the sand.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this ain't no time to bury your head in the sand.
No, it's not. I think doses, whatever you need to do to protect your peace. I will say, having worked in news for both of us, it's constant 24/7 stream.
Yeah.
I like the fact of being on the other side. I'm going to get the information, but I don't have to ingest it right now. You know what I mean? Like, if I need to take 10 minutes even, I'm take a break. I'm going to come back. Let me watch a 30-minute show. I'm going to come back. You know what I mean? But that, for me, which could be a whole other episode, the trauma from working in news and having to constantly ingest violence, especially violence against people that look like us. We'll have another show on that.
It's being okay.
Yeah.
And not that you're okay with the situation.
Yeah.
That's not to show up and perform.
Yeah. So for me, I don't, I'm going to get the information, like you said.
Yeah.
But I don't have to keep it 24. Even when it was announced for me, I had to watch something else. I was like, it's too much for me to process. Let me take a break.
I was driving when the Biden decision came in.
Yeah.
And so my phone, of course, blew up.
Yes.
And I wanted to engage. But I think God knew.
Yes.
Because I couldn't. I was driving.
Yeah.
And I was driving long distance.
Yes.
So it was like, nope.
Yeah, not doing it.
Maybe I'll just be cool and just ride it out, And it gave me a little bit of a buffer before I took my foot into the chaos.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Agreed. All right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, so we obviously know it's election.
Yeah.
And
speaking of being journalists.
Here we go.
All right. You have better words than me. Do you want me to say what it is? So, because you all by now hopefully have heard about it, but the Orange Man was invited to speak. He was interviewed at the National Association for Black Journalists annual convention that was held in Chi-Town, Chicago. Mm-hmm. And of course it was very, very newsworthy, we'll say, because of his comments and specifically about VP Harris and
the way he treated the reporters.
How he treated the reporters, etc. Neysa and I are members, have been involved with NABJ, I've been to a couple conferences.
Mm-hmm.
And
obviously we're not in attendance for this conference. We just got from
we were not in attendance.
I couldn't do both. But
the issue being many issues, but one being he have even been invited. That's a conversation Neysa and I've had, and many of our peers have had. Why was he even invited? Why is he there? VP Harris wasn't there. She should have been there. And in terms of VP Harris, I did follow Roland and April Ryan. April Ryan really gave like a rundown and made it clear that VP Harris, from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, NABJ either they wouldn't work with VP Harris to do a virtual, so she couldn't appear in person for this conference, but was willing for that day. Okay.
So my understanding is the day that they wanted her there, she could not appear.
Yeah.
So she asked for a virtual option and did not make accommodations for that. So then it was like, well, I can do a different day. I just can't do that day.
Yeah.
And they were like,
no, this is the day or not at all.
And so,
which is weird.
Right. Now, of course, I was not in the room where it happened.
Neither of us.
We were hearing this secondhand, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I first heard that 45 was invited, I was perplexed. So I'm like, why? Mm-hmm. And then, NABJ leadership, of course, quickly shared, like, hey, on an election year, we invite both of the candidates to come and speak. And I disagree with that. And that's just me being honest. For those of you guys who don't know, most of the time, and a lot of times, historically is the word I should use, in journalism, when you have a political campaign, you want to make sure that you are impartial, obviously, objective, asking tough questions of both, but not being partisan, right? Not leaning one side or the other. And to accomplish that, a lot of times, they try to give exact equal amount of time to both candidates on their air. You talk for 30 seconds, I'm going to give this person 30 seconds, know?
Yeah.
And those are the rules. And those are the rules that worked for a very long time. Until they didn't.
Right.
In 2016. And we didn't know in 2016, actually a little bit before that, because, elections start, campaigns start before that, but I don't think we knew as journalists at that moment how bizarro the world was going to become. And you try to use historic rules and regulations and protocols for something that changed. Right. And you weren't aware of the change. The way I say it is like this. They had a cassette player and were ready to do cassettes, but he walked in with the MP3. Yeah. So you're trying to apply the cassette rules to an MP3. It's just not the same. You know what I mean? It's just not the same. Yeah. So I give grace to 2016 because a lot of people do blame the media, not fake news. I'm being very clear about what I'm saying. Blame the media for that both side isms, which really, they say, elevated Trump and made him a viable candidate when he really should never have been. However, think about it. Yeah. What is his name? He screamed. He was a Democratic.
And
he screamed.
I know something about.
And we was like, no. Yeah. Not you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just like a.
Yeah. Right.
It was that
Howard
quick.
Dean.
Yeah, Howard Dean. It was that quick.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. So here it is, 2024. And we know that both sideism doesn't work. Right. And people are like, well, you got to have the candidates there. And I'm like, do you?
Hello.
Do you?
That's what, do you have to?
And there are two reasons for this. Yeah. My first reason is because NABJ is a professional conference.
It is.
It is also a safe space.
Which is what Demi
like when you say HBCU
is
an educational university, right?
Yeah.
But it's also a safe place.
Yes. Yeah.
So where I can come and put down the burden of being the only one in the newsroom or one of the few.
Come on.
And dealing with, bias or whatever else. I can come and say, yep, I got called an N-word 3 times a day on the phone. Yeah. But I'm still here trying to tell the stories of the people,
Yes.
So you get to have all that. And it's hard to do that when there's poop in the pool. Him coming was him pooping in the pool. Yeah. I don't want to be in that pool no more. No.
We don't want to be.
The other part of it is this.
Mm-hmm.
I would never interview someone who I know who has a record of lying and give them a platform to continue lying to me. If I interviewed, I don't know, a veterinarian. Yeah. And he said the best way to treat worms is to kick the dog in the ass. Like, every day. Yeah. If you just, give the dog 3 good worms,
you're going to be like,
they're going to be okay.
Okay.
Right? You might get on your show one time and you'd be like, that's that bull. Yeah. But it ain't going to be a return guest. Right. Because you know they're lying and making up stuff. Mm-hmm. So that too. Yeah. Like, why would I invite somebody who's going to knowingly lie in my face? Finally.
Oh, yes.
45's track record when he was president and before and after. Yeah. With black journalists. Has been dismal. Yes. They have been disrespected in his press room, in his press corps. Yeah. They've been disrespected throughout his campaigns. So,
and many of them present at NABJ, like life members, NABJ.
Give awards to them for all the work.
Yes.
So then you're not going to cuss me out at your house, right? Or at a mutual location. Yeah. If I see you at church and you cuss me out at church, what makes you even invite you to my house to do the same?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
To be disrespectful.
When people show you.
Finally, all 3 of the journalists on the stage who interviewed him were women. Yeah. Why? Yeah. The decision to have him on there. NABJ president's a man.
It is. Yeah, he is.
Why?
Yeah.
Was it all 3 women that were forced to carry out that?
Yep.
And face the backlash from their peers.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, ladies did a decent job. Like, one lady did a stellar job. One lady did an alright job. One lady did an okay job. I ain't gonna give no names to it. Yeah. Watch the video. Make the decisions for yourself. Yeah. But, yeah, that's just... I did ask our local secretary. And I'm like, so, are we writing a letter expressing our dismay with this? Like, I want to know what's going to happen. I mean, the conference is wrapping up today or tomorrow. Yeah. I want to know what's going to happen afterwards. Because the co-chair of the convention stepped down. Right. I want to know...
Someone Black Enterprise.
Aisha.
Is that... Okay.
But I do want to know what's going to happen next. Yeah. Because I feel like you got some spending to do.
Absolutely.
Like, for real. Yeah. I need you to tell. Yeah. Because at this point, I feel like it's a vote of no confidence. You know, that's... You can wrap it with all kind of pretty packages and First Amendment lingo you want to. But the reality of it is, you pooped in the pool. Yeah.
And I will say, depending on who you are, like you said, a lot of people will be lost, but I think, and well, I've seen, by the time you're out here, the conference will be over, but a lot of people still, went on and attended the events and whatnot. For a lot of young, up-and-coming Black journalists, that is the one place they can go, really, in hopes of getting a job, So I'm with you. I don't know what it means moving forward.
And we put little friends who were there.
Yes. Yeah.
And who did not pull out. Some people didn't go anymore.
Yeah.
I will say, once it was announced, my understanding was it was too late to get a refund. So it was like...
And that's, every circumstance is different.
Right. Yeah. But I know some folks who did not go to that portion. Yeah. They were like, no. And, of course, we saw people who were there, you know? We heard rolling.
We gonna hear rolling.
Exactly. Yeah. But
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know the right answer. If you were already attending and you couldn't get a refund, because I don't know how your money is, but I can't just be eating that.
I guess I'm gonna just be there.
Right.
But like you said, you just don't attend that?
Right. Do you just not attend that? Do you go and then walk out? Do you guys collectively say, you know what, you're going to speak to an empty audience?
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know the right answer in the mix if you're already going to be in attendance. I just don't think he should have been in attendance.
I agree.
And just,
I don't think he should have been invited.
No.
Alright. What else? You holding it in the baby?
I am.
Though.
I know. But the last thing I'm going to say is this.
She done said
I
lastly
know.
twice.
Oh, shut up.
Lastly.
The way he says black.
Black. You gonna say what you told me?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to say that.
Hey, Brady, we have a mature eyes.
He says it like it tastes bad to him.
Yeah.
He says it like it disgusts him to say the word. And if you can't even say black with some more decorum than that, like, it's telling me exactly how you feel about me. You know what I mean? And that's really what I think. It's like when you go around somebody and their kid looks at you funny, you know that mama talking mess about you because however they talk about you, the kids hear. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it is what it is. You know? Hell, I got my own kids. My kids look funny to some people too. And so, and y'all deserve it. Hey. Listen. Yes. Yeah. Y'all funny people. Yeah. You get the funny looks. But, yeah, so that to me too, it's like, it's very, very telling. Like, I don't know if you know you get this tail player, but you do. And just at this point, the way you say it, the N word is implied.
There you go.
It's implied.
When people show you who they are, believe them when? The first time.
And don't vote them back a second time.
I think we can end the show there.
All
right. Be sure to follow us on all the platforms where you listen to podcasts. We're also on YouTube. We're on all the social media platforms as well.
Bye. Register to vote.
November 5th. Bye.